SC fans, second video on the channel, Preston's Paradise. Tap in with me if you want to get some different stuff. I'm trying to put out a little bit of different content. So I was watching this film, man, and it really takes me back to when I grew up watching SC. Like, we had rosters that were just filled with NFL talent. You know, when you talk about Carson Palmer, Leinart, Castle, Lindo, White, Reggie Bush, you know, the defense of the linebacker crew, Clay Matthews, Cush, Malaluga. You had great safeties like Taylor Mays, you know, just many players, many prospects that went on to play in the NFL. And the more that I look at this roster, man, the more I truly see that, like, we really have a bunch of NFL players on this team. So I'm going to just kind of go through and have some thoughts about some of these guys and just check some things out because it's pretty interesting. So for one, it's Miller Moss, baby. It's Miller time. Like, I think Miller is going to be a top 10 pick in next year's draft. And I think he's exhibiting the tools right now, you know, being able to throw the ball under duress, being able to make, you know, passes underneath, passes, you know, down the field on point. And I think he's going to have a great year, and I suspect him to be a top 10 pick. I also suspect that Jaden Maiava is also going to be a NFL player. And he's in the Wakes, so, you know, I'm not going to go too crazy on him right now. But Miller, I definitely see him being an NFL player. So let's look at this again. Secondly, I got my man Woody Marks. Woody balled out against LSU. 5'10", 210. I don't know about his 40. I think the last recorded 40 he had was in 2019, and it was a little over a 4.5. But he'll get the opportunity to, you know, put out good times, and he seems extremely quick. He's an extremely quick guy, extremely elusive. So I think he's definitely a NFL back. There's no doubt in my mind about it, and I think he will as well be drafted. Next up, I got Lake McCree. Right, Lake McCree is always Mr. Reliable. 6'4", 250 pounds. Was actually a wide receiver. I actually didn't know that until Hanson, the tight end coach, said that last month. He actually was a wide receiver coming out of high school, but extremely reliable. Reminds me a lot of Witten on the Cowboys back in the day, Jason Witten. He could kind of do a little bit of both. He could block as well as catch, and he's got great feet. He's got a nice amount of speed behind him. So I think Lake is going to be definitely an NFL player. Elijah Hughes, this is a younger player, but nobody can deny him, man. At 6'7", 320 pounds, athletic, you know, looks like just somebody that should be in Lord of the Rings or something. But this kid is amazing. He's going to have a big-time year, and he definitely will be a NFL player sometime soon. Next up, I got my man Jonah Monheim at center. Everybody knows how versatile he is already, you know, playing left tackle. I think playing guard at some point. And now he's playing center. First game against LSU looked like a breeze. I didn't see no bad snaps. I didn't see him snapping the ball into the quarterback's stomach or anything like that. He was communicating. He was making the right calls. That's what the players were saying. So, yeah, I definitely see. He's got great size, 6'5", 290. Or he might be more around 315. I got to do the research on that. But definitely a NFL player right there. Now I got my man E-Man. Emmanuel Pregnon, definitely an NFL player. I mean, a lot of scouts would see this picture and just be like, "Yo, we need to get this guy." Like, what's up with this guy? A lot of scouts see this picture like that. They might not even know who he is because he was kind of an unheralded prospect. Went to Wyoming and eventually made it over to USC. But NFL scouts walk in watching practice and they see a guy that looks like this, like their ears are already perking up. So I definitely think E-Man will be a NFL player. Has put on size, put on strength, and, you know, he's doing a great job. He's got to continue it. Now we got Bear Alexander, prototypical 6'3". I think he's up to 215. No, he's up to I think he's around 310 right now, between 295, maybe 310. Athletic, get after the ball, plug up holes. He's got a lot more competition in the room now at USC. So I don't know if he'll necessarily rack up the numbers, but I do suspect him to continue to improve. He's still a young player. And I think he will definitely be a NFL draft pick easily. Next up, I got my man Nate Clifton. Nate Clifton balled out against LSU, man. He was plugging holes, making individual tackles. Great size, similar to Bear. Great strength. And, you know, he's SEC tested. Older cat. And he's spoken on it that he went to SC to get the NFL opportunity, to get the good look. And he felt like that was the best way for himself to do it. And I completely agree. I think he made the right decision. Now we got number 6, Anthony Lucas. Lucas, the transfer from Texas A&M, is a 5-star out of a high school I know, a high school I played football with against in Arizona, Chaparral High School. A few NFL players have come out of there. We talk about size, 6'6", 265, 275. Great length, great power and strength. He's flashing right now, and I think this is like just the beginning for this kid. He's about to take off. You just saw what he did against the best offensive line in the country. So I'm very excited to see how his future pans out, and I think he can be an NFL player. Kobe Pepe. Woo! People have been talking about it, man. People have been talking about it. How this kid was overweight. He was on the brink of leaving LA, leaving the USC. He was the most out-of-shape player in the program. But then Eric Henderson hops on campus. D'Anton Lynn is hired as the DC. And they found a way to use him. They found a way to motivate him. He's put in the work. And I think Kobe Pepe can be an NFL player. I think he will be an NFL player. If these things continue, if this culture change continues to rack up wins for the USC Trojans, there's no doubt in my mind that Kobe Pepe will not be walking across that stage, or at least be at the couch hearing his name called for an NFL organization. And you could call me crazy, but that's just something I believe, especially after seeing what I saw on Sunday. Easton Mascareas-Arnold. He did just play his first game for the Trojans. But, you know, this is an extremely good football player. Great feet, great instincts, sure tackler. And, yeah, I mean, I need to see more of him because, you know, I have been a USC fan, so I wasn't watching Oregon State, you know. But he looks great, man. Looks great. And I think with his instincts, his size and strength, he could definitely and will be an NFL player one day. Now we got Mason Cobb. Mason Cobb, violent, getting in the backfield, vicious linebacker from Oklahoma State that transferred to USC. You know, we're not going to talk about what happened last year because that was not Mason's fault. I don't believe Mason was put in the position to succeed last year at all, just like any other defensive players that we do have. But this year he's able to play free. He's able to have fun, and he looks amazing. I think there's no doubt in my mind if he continues to play like he did in Oklahoma State and last night, or not last night, but Sunday night, this guy will easily be an NFL player, and because he looks like one and he plays like one. So we've got Achille Arnold. Achille Arnold, I still need to see a little bit more from, but I do think that when you look at his grades, his PFFs, man, he's right up there. In terms of, you know, I think he gave up his first touchdown in that LSU game, and that was extremely, I got to say again, that was an extremely tough catch by Lacey. Credit to Lacey, but that was an extremely tough catch. So I still think he did a good job in that game, and I think he is on the trajectory to be an NFL player 100%. Now we got EG, Eric Gentry, the unicorn, 6'6", 215-pound linebacker, defensive end, weapon on the opposing side. NFL GMs, DCs, head coaches, they're going to be drooling over this guy. I tweeted it during the game. I said, this man is the next Latu. And yeah, I mean, I think he's guaranteed to be a first round pick when he comes out. No question in my mind if he continues to do what he does. Kamari Ramsey, man. I heard Kamari Ramsey was coming over from UCLA, and I was excited. I knew it was a younger cat. You know, he had exhibited some great things last year. But I didn't know he was this good. Like, this guy is like gonna be somebody that goes up on the wall. Like, this guy is a problem in coverage, coming down in the box, making tackles. Like, Kamari Ramsey is special. We have one of the greatest safeties in the country at USC. We have multiple, as we'll find out when we go throughout this list, we have multiple top safeties in the country on our roster. So Kamari Ramsey is definitely going to be an NFL player, and you got to love to see it. Got to. Jalen Smith. Jalen's wearing the 2 now, obviously. Solid game against LSU, man. I think he did a great job. I think he exhibited in the Holiday Bowl and at many times last season that he's a really good football player. And like I said, man, we got stars on this side too. 4 stars, 5 stars, 3 stars that are just ballers, man. And Jalen is just one of these dudes that has kind of just had to deal with what had been going on the past couple of years. But when he's been put in the position to succeed, he does amazing things. So I think Jalen Smith is definitely an NFL player. Okay, and of course, let's just get through. I know y'all, I know this is who you guys have been waiting for, but these are youngsters. The best offensive, the damn near best players on our team are youngsters, which makes me want to cry. So obviously Zach Branch, Lil Reggie, Lil Tyreek, but no, he's Zachariah. And he is amazing. Catching the ball in the backfield, the screens, the bubble screens, the kick returns, the punt returns. Just having him on the field is going to create so many opportunities for so many guys on our team. So he's clearly an NFL player, but I'm going to need you to stay at least a couple more years, Zach. At least a couple more years, please. This guy as well, Jacoby Lane. We've all been talking about Jacoby all summer about how he's going to be breakout. It's clearly happening. I mean, 6'4", 200 pounds, 40-inch vert, insane wingspan, great hands. Like, I'll go back to, again, at Big Ten Media Day, Kamari Ramsey said he's never seen Jacoby Lane drop a ball since he got here in the spring. So that's going to continue, and just amazing, man. He could be – I'm not even going to say what it could be because I don't want to look too crazy, but Jacoby Lane is special. Deuce Robinson. Is there even a 6'6" wide receiver in the entire NFL? I don't believe that there is. But this is a 6'6" wide receiver that plays on USC. Red zone threat. 6'6", fast. Just improving every day. He clearly an NFL prospect. I definitely think he'll be drafted. There's no question about it one day. Kyron Hudson. The catch. Kyron Hudson. I apologize, sir. I apologize. Jesus, man. Yeah, you're solid, man. Modern day prospect. Held his head down. Didn't complain. Didn't cry when he wasn't, in the mix. Showed the world who he was against LSU last Sunday, and I'm super happy for this kid. I think he definitely will be an NFL player because he's got the talent, and that's all you need. He's got the talent. He's got the right head on his shoulders. Makai Lemon. Makai, little darter out of the backfield, super athletic, slot guy. Obviously rocks the number 6 now, but Makai I think is definitely gonna be an NFL player. Super shifty. And just, reliable, great hands, great route runner. That's what can be said about Makai Lemon, 100%. Definitely will be an NFL player. Zion Branch. Zion is coasting behind a couple great safety right now. So I think he will get opportunities throughout the year to show what he could do. He's also coming off an injury, but great size, great athleticism, and he really began to come on last year at the end of the season. It was unfortunate. He had the little knee thing that went down, but I think he's gonna have a great breakout, and I think Zion is definitely gonna be an NFL player as well when he gets the full opportunity to come back out there. Now I'm gonna start on the underclassmen. I left them at the end. We got Cam Fountain. Cam 6'6", 265 pounds. Already looks like an NFL player. I got four of these freshmen that I'm super high on. Super high on this kid. Super athletic. Former basketball player. Watched him in the spring game. Was making tackles. Was bumping into fools at the line of scrimmage. It's really a blessing to have him in the wakes. And I think he's learning great things from Henny now and Nua. So when he pops on the scene, your heart is going to drop 100%. So and I think he will 100% be an NFL player. Another guy, Elijah Newby, looks like an NFL player already, really. And yeah, another freshman. Great feet, 6'4", I think 225 right now. And he's going to be playing outside backer. Yeah, he looks like Taylor Mays. Like his body looks like Taylor Mays, so that's already crazy. Marcellus Williams, super reliable DB, had picks in the spring game. High prospect out of Bosco, and I think he will also go on to be an NFL player. I don't know. You could just feel it, man. You could just feel it. You can feel it, and you can see it too. He's got production. He'll get his opportunity because he's still very young. Jade Abasiri, D lineman. He's put on about 50 pounds after he took this picture. This is kind of like an older picture during recruiting. But yeah, he's got the size, man. I just gotta see him put it together on the field. And I'm tripping because I left out my boy. I don't even know how this happened because I went to the D line and whatnot. But I left out my boy Braylon Shelby, man. Braylon Shelby is 100% going to be an NFL player. He been looked like an NFL player. He looks like an NFL Pro Bowler right now as a sophomore. So yeah, Braylon Shelby is going to be a problem. So that's the last one. So I got what? How many NFL players? One. Let me check this out, man. Let me check this out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 NFL players on this team. How many NFL players do you think is on this team? Am I tripping? Let me know if I'm tripping, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Keep me in check. But we got 26 NFL players on this team. If we could keep the coaching staff intact, this is a golden era of USC football 20 years later. Fight on. I'm out. Love y'all.